Hello, Dogman Tapes family. I hope you all are doing well. I'm sorry. I know. It's been a minute, to say the least, since I've been on here. But if you listen to my last video, you will know that I had a family emergency and I was just not in the mindset to make these videos. And when I make these videos, I want to be in the right mindset and be able to give my all to you that have subscribed to me. So I'm sorry. I wanted to share something with you. I had an email sent to me from a subscriber. Thank you very much, by the way. And she shared with me something that she found interesting that her grandma had told her, and also a little encounter that her uncle had told her. So I'm going to share that with you, and then I'm going to respond to some of your comments that you've left on some of my videos. But what in the heck has happened? Literally 2 nights ago, I was at 200 and I think like 20 something subscribers, and I went on there last night, and I'm almost at 900. I'm like so excited about that. I don't even have words. I never thought that I would even get to 500, okay? It's a big deal for me. It might not be a lot of subs to some other channels. For me, it's huge. I am so excited. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. And if you are a new subscriber, let me know how you found my channel. Let me know, did I just pop up in your feed one day? Were you looking for Dogman content? I'm very curious to know why, out of the blue, overnight, it seems like my subscriber count has just gone crazy. But thank you to every single one of you. Thank you. Because, yeah, if you could see me right now, I have the biggest smile on my face. I am so grateful to all of you for subscribing, and thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read to you what she sent me. In the email, she says, "Hello, I am one of your subscribers. I wanted to share some information with you that has been passed down to me from my grandma. We are from South Carolina, and my grandma is an honest-to-God witch. She is a root worker. She is a priestess. She practices hoodoo, which should not be confused with voodoo. My grandma has a home that's near a body of water. Her house looks like something out of a horror movie. I mean it. It's old, but nice, taken care of, but antique, let's say. The whole place is covered in what you would call talismans and books and jars and bottles with things that you don't wish to know. Trust me, and I will spare you. Anyways, my grandma told me the story one time of how what we call Dogman used to be on her land and kill her chickens, and how this specific event really pissed her off because she needed them for her rituals. She explained to me that they are a horrendous dog-type creature that are evil in their blood, she said. And they wouldn't think twice to kill you if they had to or wanted to. She told me of one particular night she had gotten ill and was laying in bed. She could hear one tapping on her window. She knew it was one of them. I asked her how she knew. She said she just knew. She was too sick to get up, so she would yell at them through the walls to stop. But it only got worse as the night carried on. She knew that there were at least 2, because one was at her window and another was growling to the side where her bathroom is. She told me that she began to chant, and she said they got riled up, making all kinds of wicked sounds and running around her perimeter. She said she could feel them. She finally got the strength to get up and go look out her window. She said she saw a third one looking in her window from about 20 feet away. The biggest one she ever saw, she told me, was about 9.5 feet. It was massive, it was grunting and huffing. It stared her down. She told me she did a spell right there, some sort of chant, and he ran away. She said she heard them all night after that, just making sounds and scaring her. I thought you would find this interesting. I found it quite interesting that she told me there is also an actual entity, not a creature, that looks like Dogman and will terrorize people just for sport. Some people cannot tell the difference. She said the entities can be used if you know what you are doing. I wanted to tell you of this because it reminded me of your video of Mrs. B. Please note, I am nothing like my grandma, and I do not believe in any of the things she believes in. I am actually a Christian. This caused me and my mother to have to discommunicate from her some years back because there was just too much in between us with her beliefs and ours. Now I'm going to tell you something my uncle told me. My uncle told me once he was driving late around 3 a.m. He was coming back from a work trip. He was very tired and needed to rest. So he began to look for signs for hotels to stop. He took an exit that he said had a hotel sign on it and got very lost. He was in the middle of nowhere. He had been driving down this exit road for over 30 minutes with not a town in sight. He pulled over to turn around. As he pulled over on the side of the road, he had his window down and he heard something running in the woods beside the road. He told me the little hairs on his arms stood up on end, and he just wanted to get out of there. He began to pull out and go the other way when dead in front of his car stood what he could only say looked like a effing werewolf. I'm sorry to curse, but I'm trying to recall what he told me exactly. He said, no joke, it was a effing werewolf. When my uncle was telling me this, my other uncle was also there with us, and, well, he burst into laughter. This upset my uncle, and he said, you can laugh and joke all you want, but I know what I saw. My other uncle said, oh yeah? What did it look like? In a mocking way, and he began to tell us. It was huge, he said, tall and huge, maybe 9 feet. He said it had grayish hair that flowed with him. This thing stood with its chest puffed out and was walking back and forth while never taking its eyes off my uncle. My uncle said he could hear the creature's pads hit the pavement as he walked, and it reminded him of his old dog he used to have as a kid who was 170 pounds. He said to my other uncle, do you remember Rip? When he walked on the pavement, his pads on his feet made that slapping sound. My other uncle said, uh-huh. He said, well, add another 800 pounds, and that was the sound that I could hear through my window. He just did this pacing thing for a good minute while my uncle said fear gripped him to the point that he couldn't move. And when he finally did, he put his foot on the pedal and drove the hell out of there. He said, man, I didn't even care if I hit it. I just knew I needed to get out of there. He said he was so awake after that he was able to drive the rest of the 8 hours home. He said, I couldn't have slept after that for anything in the world. I could tell my uncle was telling the truth with this, by the way, because as he was recalling this, I could see his forehead getting sweaty. He was also fumbling with his hands. My uncle, otherwise, in a normal situation, is a very tough and rough type of guy who doesn't show much emotion, be it good or bad. Well, that's my 2 things I wanted to tell you. Keep up the good work with your channel. I love it. Something about you makes me feel like I'm listening to a friend on the phone. You're very real and genuine, and there's no fake BS in your videos. It's just raw, and I like that. I think others will as well. We're all so sick of fake YouTube channels filling half their videos with nonsense. Maybe I'll get my uncle to tell you his story himself. I doubt it, but I will try. Anyways, thanks for taking the time to read this, Amber. So, that is very interesting. Thank you, Amber, to the moon and back for sending me that email and deciding to share that with us. It's very interesting. There are a lot of comments on that video about Mrs. A, Mrs. B. I don't even think I've been able to sit down and read all of them fully. There's a big debate in the comment section as to whether it is demonic or an entity or, what it is. I personally, like I have commented in the comments, I'm very open to many things that it could be. By the way, I got an email from Mrs. A, bless her heart. She does not text. She emails. She knows how to email. So she emails me when she needs to communicate with me, unless she calls me on the phone. But otherwise, she emails. She sent me an email and she said that the name that Mrs. B called the creatures was LOUP. She thinks. So she thinks it was loop something, but that's all she could recall. So maybe she'll remember more. I don't know. But as for right now, that's what she told me. And I had a lot of subscribers. I did comment that in the comment section who were like, oh my gosh, I know what that is. Which I tried to look it up and all I could find was that it meant just wolf, just the word wolf. But apparently it is used when referring to like what we call Dogman, which is crazy. It's so crazy. It's so crazy to me that this happening in like my backyard. It's just, it's really crazy. And then I wanted to respond to some comments. People are getting a little bit upset with me that I say a lot, or I pause here and there, or little things like that. Guys, I haven't even made 15 videos. I am brand new at this. I am doing my absolute best. I will absolutely take into consideration any criticism, any feedback you guys have. I will desperately try and, better each video. I am sure that, many other YouTubers in the very beginning were not what they are today. So just give me some time. Be patient with me because I have a hard time even editing videos. So just give me some time. And I promise you that I will get to where I need to be, okay? But I love your comments. I love reading your comments. Please keep leaving them. Please keep giving me feedback. And like I said, let me know how you found my channel. Let me know if I just popped up in like your suggested feed or if you were searching for Dogman content, because I honestly don't know how in one night you go from 200 and something to almost 1,000 subs. That's crazy because I've been on here for a while and it's been like, a couple subs a week, climbing up. But to have that amount, yeah, I'm just not sure. Maybe YouTube put my video out there. I don't know. I honestly don't know. So if you could let me know how you found me, that would be really amazing. And I was thinking, is there anything else? Oh, okay. So I do have 2 other videos that I did record. The 2 other videos, both of them have my dogs barking in the background. And when I went to go try to cut the end of one video and, like cut one part off and then re-record it, the whole thing got deleted because I don't know what I'm doing. So I will upload it again and I will have to re-record the entire thing, and I'm going to have one up this evening. Okay, so thank you all so much. So much love to you, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.